Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Let's talk about success and how success really makes you go through the ringer. So every single time that I've looked to elevate and upgrade myself, it comes with a lot of stress, but it also comes with unique situations and challenges. So for example, the first time that I was buying my first property, I had just been separated from Amazon, got a severance package, all that good stuff, got a new job at Tim Hortons where I was working almost 7 days a week nonstop. There was a stretch of period where I had literally worked 2 weeks straight, no breaks, no days off. And then other days, even when I had the day off, I would still have to come to the store for various reasons. So I was absolutely stressed out, but I needed to close on my property. I needed to close on my real estate investment. I had to continue to show proof of income. And so during that time, I was forced to stay at a situation that I really didn't like and appreciate. But at the same time, I had a goal that I needed to accomplish. And it was a big goal, it was a big step. Sometimes buying a house is the biggest purchase that you'll ever make in your entire life. And so for me to do that at 22 years old was very, very important to me. 22 or 23, whichever one. Now, the second time I was buying a property, similar situation, except I actually liked the job, but I had just came back from the Army. I was staying at my uncle's. And, you know, had to get a car, had to get all that within a 30-day period of time and turn that over to where I can establish myself. And once I got the place, it was finally, oh my goodness, it's just me in this house currently that I'm living in. And I had to actually furnish it because, you know, there's more expenses that you didn't really think about, like, oh, I can't just have Amazon furniture in my house now. I need to have actual furniture. I need to have actual bed set with a bed frame and things like that. And so I started to push all of that cheaper stuff into the guest bedrooms and start to furnish the living area and my own house, which took me about 10 good months, even with getting roommates and things like that, in order to subsidize some of the costs. Now, fast forward to 2024, and I'm now looking to do an assumable loan on a duplex. Now, for all of those who don't know what an assumable loan is, that is when you purchase a home with a FHA or VA loan and assume someone else's mortgage. Now, my little brother is calling me, so I might have to cut this video short. But when you assume that loan, you have to assume that interest rate and the years that they've been paying the house down. But one thing that a lot of people are not aware of is the closing costs that you must pay are a little bit higher than average, and you must also pay the cost of the gap between the purchase price and the loan balance that is remaining on the loan. So for example, if someone has a balance of $100,000 left on a home, but the purchase price is $300,000. If you want to assume their 2% or 1% interest rate, you need to come up with $200,000 in cash to close that gap. And assumable loans typically take about 3 months to close. So it takes 2 months longer than an average loan origination, right? And so, you know, it has to be very advantageous for the seller to most likely they're going to raise the price more for the interest rate that you're getting, because let's say it's a $400,000 house, but they're going to charge you $450,000 to assume it because they've already paid the balance down to $350,000, so you have a $200,000 gap. but the interest rate on it is 3% instead of today's rates, which is about 6%. So on $350,000, you can have a 3% interest rate instead of a 6% rate. Are you going to want to pay an extra $200,000 in order to get that rate and get that loan on the cheap? Or is it not worth it for you to put that much cash into that investment or into that liability, depending on how you use it? So most people are going to say, well, a house is not a liability. Everything always goes up and appreciate. But that's not always the case. We're seeing now with higher interest rates that certain prices are going down because people simply cannot afford it. And for all of those starter homes, those prices will remain somewhat stable. But for all those $1 million homes, you'll see all the time on a $100 million home, price drop 15 million, 20 million. Like nothing, like snap of a finger, these prices are dropping. And why? Is because there's less people that can afford said home, and therefore you have to be able to actually sell the thing in order to make a profit. And so the less people that can afford said item, the less buyers you're going to have for your product and services, the less demand that you'll have as well. And so that's why I absolutely love starter homes as well, because there's always going to be more people that can afford it, especially when homes are becoming more and more unaffordable. These starter homes may still be able to bring in the dollars, and knowing that the average home is roughly $460,000, we still have a ways to go in how much home the average person in America today will be able to afford, especially with starter homes in certain areas still ranging from 180 to 300,000. You can definitely still get a affordable home even in today's market. Now, with that being said, I was talking about the stress, the struggles. A lot of the times people don't talk about what's really going on with them personally. And, you know, it is stressful to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. But another thing that is stressful is your situations at work. When you know you are fighting for something so that you can get where you need to be, when you know you need something just a little bit more right now in order to achieve your goals, that's when everyone seems to come out the woodworks wanting to literally bring you down further, wanting to stress you out more, wanting to make your life a living hell. It almost is like a dark cloud is over you for the next month or 2 or 3 months. And now with an assumable loan being that much longer, man, it is absolutely dreadful having to be in a situation where you know you need this right now, you need to focus right now, and you know, people are causing unnecessary stress into your life. No matter how nice you are, no matter how polite you are, people want to find a reason to get on your last nerve. And you know you can't say or do anything of the contrary because you're focused on the vision. But once the vision is passed, once you close, once you finalize everything, most likely I will cut ties. Why? Why would I cut ties? Because like the situation is over and done with. You're now feeling like, you know what, I've stayed in this long enough. I've achieved my goal. Let me find something more conducive and less stressful and free up some of my time and space in order to solidify what I just purchased and ensure that it is a great investment. So how I operate is like, let me go ahead and handle my business now, because even though it's stressful for like 2-3 months, afterwards everything is smooth sailing. It all gets better. And then for years and years on end, everything is just good, peachy and gravy. So I already know the benefit of what I'm doing because I've already done it twice. And so with this third time coming around, I'm just more prepared, more aware, more emotionally aware, socially aware. And I'm just like, man, let the time come and pass. So today I just put in an offer on the property, and I'm pretty sure by tomorrow I'll hear back with whether or not they accepted it or not. And if they accept it, let's go, so that we can get this done and over with, so we can make a couple more million and keep on pushing. But I wanted you to know, I was watching a video today where someone was saying every time you're about to break through, every time you're about to do something fantastic, people are always going to be there, or something is always going to be there to try and drag you down, to try and make it harder, to really ask you, do you want this? Do you really want this right now? And the answer for me has always been yes. The answer for me has always been yes, because I know as soon as I get where I'm going, there's nothing at all that's going to be stopping me. So the answer has always been yes, and I am looking forward. I am looking forward to my life-changing event occurring in the next couple of months, so that when we walk into 2025, we walk in better than we were last year. We walk in a better position, a better financial position, a better mindset, more educated, more wiser, more older, just more wisdom in general, more knowledge, more goals. Setting up everything to be more plentiful and better. And yes, that is the drive. That is the drive that I have. That is the drive that most people will have to have at some point in their life for various reasons. You know, we don't stop here. We don't stop when the going gets tough. We don't stop because someone else wants to bring you down to their level, to their emotional intelligence, to whatever they're feeling inside. We don't stop. We don't allow that to affect us whatsoever. I'm going for it. I'm going for it all. Going for it all. Because that's how I got to where I am today. That's how I got to what I'm doing today. And that's how I'm going to get to where I'm going. So by the time I'm 30, 35, 40 years old, there's nothing to really say and talk about, to be honest. It's all taken care of. It's all handled. Big man, big woman, whoever you are listening today, make sure that nobody is going to stop you from achieving your goals. So that's all I had to say. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. If you have any questions on anything I talked about, what is an assumable loan? How was it like buying this real estate properties? What was my first stock market investment? Things like that, I'm happy to answer that as well. So let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.